Daniel, yes, Mr. Rabbit, you are very, very late, but that's okay. I understand. And Amy, folks, she has snow. Rita, hello, sweetheart. She says, I am waiting for the snow. It's not here yet. It's too warm. Oh, Steph, man, if I knew I could be there tomorrow, I would be there. Hello, Steph. How are you? And hello to Old to Care. Happy Halloween to all of you. Like I said, I'm so glad that y'all are here. I mean, I bought this for Twisted Fiber Friends on Sunday, but I just loved it so much. I thought, I've got to make the most of it. And what better time than to have a Halloween party with y'all? So the Mad Hatter is back again for one last showing. So I am just so happy that y'all are here with me. I really, really am.
You had a party without the Red Queen.
No! This is my party!
Off with your head.
No!
Off with your head.
No! This is my party!
I need all my cards. Up with her head. Up with her head.
Oh my gosh. Folks, look at her. Happy Halloween, Mary. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Happy Halloween, guys.
Yes. No. She wasn't invited to this party. The Red Queen just thinks she can pop in anywhere she wants to.
Yes, I do. You're very late. Where's the rabbit? The rabbit's always late.
Yes, he always is. I got a feeling he forgot to wind his clock, Yes. Oh, hello, Frizzy B. How are you doing? Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We planned that for y'all.
Yes, we did. Just couldn't pass it up. I mean, it was a party at my house on Sunday, and look who came and crashed. And yes, woohoo, the Red Queen.
Off with your head. Off with your head.
Yes, because you're late.
All
of y'all are late.
You're all late.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the rabbit.
Yes.
The rabbit.
Oh, Laura, sweetheart, I do hope you're resting.
Oh, yes. You're watching us on television. Oh, my.
That's cool.
Yes,
it is.
The rabbit needs batteries. I thought the rabbit had plenty of batteries. Isn't he the Energizer?
Well, off with your heads. Yeah, there he goes. BJ is saying, off with the heads, every one of you. Yes.
Yes.
Well, we are so happy that you are here with us today. I mean, we enjoy, it's just really kind of fun to act like a little kid again. And what better time to do that than on Halloween, right. We get to dress up in costumes. Would like to know what that is.
The Energizer Bunny.
You don't know what the Energizer Bunny is?
Oh my, that's weird.
Yeah.
That
Energizer batteries over here. I can't believe y'all haven't seen that commercial, Daniel.
It's a pink bunny rabbit that's beating a drum and never stops because his batteries never run out.
Yeah. That's why it's known as the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, now you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You are very welcome, DJ. We adore you too. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes. Thank you so much. I mean,
and off with your head.
If you can't have fun on Halloween, I mean, just saying.
You gotta have fun.
Oh yes. I mean, if I was home, I don't know that I'd be the Mad Hatter, tell you the truth. But I think I've shared with some of y'all this week when I was in school, I always dressed up as a witch. Told my students it was the one day of the year that they could actually call me a witch and not get in trouble. And then when I would go home, I'd sit out on the porch with my little cauldron or box. My husband would always get me dry ice. And that's where the candy would be. And the kids would come up, and we'd scare them, or we'd have, go ahead and put a flashlight on our quick. So, yeah, we always had lots of fun.
You were thinking way to the left, Michelle. Oh my. Off with your head. Off with your head. I'm just saying. My goodness.
I'm sorry, guys, but you're going to start hearing some plastic crunching and stuff. Lacey found a Coke bottle, but she'll only be chewing on it as long as she can get the lid off. And then once the lid's off, she's done with it. So I'm apologizing in advance for any noise you may hear.
Well, I love Halloween. I love being able to dress up.
Yeah.
I find this very fun.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I love seeing all the kids getting dressed up, the creativity in their costumes.
Right.
It's so much fun.
You're shocked that you didn't get candy corn this year? Well, somebody told me you still had a whole bag of it.
He said he had a whole bag of it.
I know. Thank you very much.
Eat what you got.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you still saving that?
Well, I am saying that your box from Florida finally shipped this week. So,
oh, wonderful.
Might find some surprises in there. You may have eaten that. Well, why didn't you say something? You goofball.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yes, we will. We'll keep it right on rolling.
That's right. That's right.
Because we're going to be rating Frizzy Bee.
That's right. And folks, just going to say, I asked her earlier today if she was a little bee caught in a spider web, and she said, it. So it'll be really fun to go and see how she got out of that mess.
Hi, Tracy.
Hello, Tracy. Thank you for being here this afternoon with us. Good morning to you where you're at, and happy Halloween. Although I think that was yesterday for you, wasn't it?
Yes.
That was yesterday.
And off with your head.
Oh!
You know how the Red Queen is.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, look, a little bee, a spider web, and a spider. Hey,
Connie.
hello, my Connie sweetheart. How are you, sweetie?
Off with your head.
We're going to have a bloodbath here in a little bit if she keeps telling everybody off with their heads, right?
It's good to see you, Connie. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, it is. And please let me remind all of you to be sure that you hit your thumbs on the way in. They're free. All you got to do is make a little poke there on that little like button, and it'll be good to go. And I would appreciate it very much.
And I hope everybody's got their candy ready for their trick-or-treaters later on this evening.
Yes.
Very excited. I wish I had trick-or-treaters, but I will get to see my grandson. So I'm looking forward to that.
Do you have candy for him?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. We have candy set aside for him.
What kind?
Oh, Joey got him a peanut butter cup and a Milky Way. Big sized.
Yes.
He got him some peanut butter cup, Milky Way, Skittles, and M&Ms.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Rita.
Hubby is home and Mom is home, so adulting is going on here. Both are now
fed dinner.
Or they're eating dinner.
I think they're fed dinner.
Yes, and Daniel says his should be starting anytime now.
You should put on your hat to give out candy.
That's right. You don't have to put on the whole costume, but I think it would be awesome if it was me. But anyways,
you should put on your hat to give out the candy.
Yep.
They would love that. And don't forget, a little PSA. If teenagers are coming to you for candy, give them the candy. It's much better than them going out and getting into mischief. Definitely give them the candy. They're just out for free candy, so let them have it.
That's right. Especially if they took all the time to get dressed up. Oh my goodness. I would have teenagers come to my house. I mean, the most popular, it seemed like there for a while, was Dorothy.
Yes.
And you'd be surprised. They would go out and buy tennis shoes. Now, not little red slippers, but they would go out and buy red tennis shoes. And if their tennis shoes were not red, they would dye them the night before, even if they
Oh,
had to
wow.
dip them in Kool-Aid to get, yeah, I mean, I'm not kidding you.
Hey,
For a couple
Ashley.
years. Hello, Ashley. How are you? See, Michelle says she always dresses up to pass out the candy.
Oh, yes. And, the
Mm-hmm.
teenagers will actually, take the time to do some amazing costumes. I mean, I
Yes.
love the fact that they'll take the time to do that.
Mm-hmm. Of
Oh, it's
course.
fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Amy from Crafting Amy with Crafting
That's
Adventures with Amy in here. Ashley, she sent us
yeah,
pictures of snow that she got
I'm
while she was out at the doctor's office this morning. It's
I'm
so
jealous.
pretty. I love the first snow of winter. Oh, one of my favorite things to see.
Yes, Frizzy B. I expect there to be a lot of Wednesdays this year.
Yes, a lot of
A
Wednesdays.
lot of Wednesdays. I think that will be awesome.
Yep.
I do. I
Hmm.
expect a lot of Wednesdays. Um, a lot from Harry Potter because
Yes,
that's very popular.
right.
I think it's awesome. I
Yeah, I
love
do
to
too.
see the costumes. It's, when they go out of their way just to get dressed up with the makeup and everything. It's so cool.
Yeah. Another one that was popular along with Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz was also the Scarecrow. And most of the time we saw, I mean, our little town back in West Texas is a small town, which is a lot of farming. Um, and so a lot of the boys would dress up with, like scarecrows. I mean, because it
Oh,
was very
yeah.
easy. They had hay they could get access to. They'd get their grandpa's old plaid shirt and maybe some overalls or little denim, not little, but denim overalls and just throw a little dirt and stuff on their face and they were good to go.
Oh, yes. Hi, Diane. Off with your
Hello.
head.
That's right. Hello, Diane. Thank you for being here with us. I do appreciate it.
Oh, and Dan saw some witches on the way home from work. I understand you seen the witches, but did you see anybody in costume?
Rita says, I don't get trick or treaters here, so I'm eating the candy. Well, don't eat too much, young lady. We don't need you getting sick.
I had to ask Dan,
Mm hmm. Mm
witches,
hmm.
but anybody in costume? You never know.
That's right.
Where my husband is, early in the day, he has seen quite a few people in costume. He is
Really?
he is doing construction on a high school,
Uh huh.
and just being out in public, he has seen adults in costume and kids in costume. Mhm.
That's great. That really,
I
really
thought that
is.
was fantastic.
Mm hmm.
I love that. You've never been trick or treating, really? That's
Oh, but
wonderful. At least you got to go there.
I was going to say, yes, that's awesome.
I like. I haven't been since I was very young.
Hmm.
I absolutely love seeing everybody dressed up. It just tickles me pink.
Well, when I was a kid, it seemed like the oldest you could get away with going trick or treater was, 10, 11 years old, about sixth
Mhm.
grade. And then you didn't see any older kids. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
until my girls came along and got older that I started seeing the junior high and high school kids come up my door. And
Oh,
first
yeah.
time I was kind of like taken aback, but I went ahead and let them get the candy. And when I shut the door, I thought, well, you know what? That really is a cool idea. I'd much rather see them out trick or treating than, like I've explained before this week, destroying people's decorations that they have out for Halloween.
It's a much better idea.
Oh, shoot. Yeah,
It's
certainly.
better than him destroying decorations, toilet papering houses, drinking and driving,
Oh, yeah.
getting
Yeah.
into all kinds of mischief. So I don't care if they're 18 and they're trick or treating. I'm gonna give them
Right.
some candy.
Hmm.
They just don't come to my house.
Well, they're probably afraid to come out to the boonies. You know what I mean?
Well, where I'm at is pretty isolated, so I
Right.
understand why they don't come here.
Right.
I'm
Right.
still tickled though. I am very tickled. I have been out to see houses decorated with
Right.
Joey. So that
Yes.
was very fun. I loved the fact that people decorate. Oh, you had a costume contest. That was wonderful.
Oh, I bet that was cool. And then you trick or treated in the school.
That's
That's
great.
awesome. Yeah.
That is great. They have trick or treating at our mall this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Starts at 6 p.m. And the kids go around to all the stores and get candy, which is great.
Right.
No, I said off with your head, Diane.
Yeah.
I said off with your head.
Uh-huh.
Do you hear
Yeah.
me?
You said hi, Maureen and Froggy. I said hello, and I thought thank you very much for coming in. And you've already done your thumb. That's right.
That's right. And the Red Queen said, off with your head. But
Oh goodness.
I don't know. Are you invisible?
Oh, is she a ghost?
Because if you learned invisibility, I'd like to know how to do that.
Oh
Is
wow.
it a trick? Because that'd be cool. Because I could
It
make
would be, wouldn't
I could make some of my yarn disappear. And
it?
you fuss at me. I mean, that'd be cool.
Rita's asking if Diane is a ghost.
No, I could hide part of my yarn. And then I could get more yarn and hide that. I'd like that. I'm not making fun of you. You did.
Yes,
You did.
I already said
Bless
that.
your heart. Bless your heart. But are you invisible? I'm just curious.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Queen wants to know because she could hide some of this yarn and wouldn't get in trouble. I'm just saying.
Well, but then I thought it was for a moment. Oh, if you poke people in the eyes, they won't see you, so you would be invisible to them. Oh,
Oh,
I don't want to hurt them.
or you can do like my kids did when they were little. You can't see me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They used to do that when they were little. They put their hands on their eyes and say, "You can't see me."
My friend had an old English sheepdog,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a girl, but her name was Jessie. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of the time you think of Jessie as being a boy's
I know.
name, but anyhow, you would tell Jessie to do something, and she would immediately close her eyes. And I was like, what in the world? She said, well, she thinks that if she closes her eyes, you can't see her. So therefore she doesn't have to do what you just told her to do.
That's correct. Oh, and Diane, every chance I get.
Oh, yes.
Every chance I get.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Diane.
Nammy.
She says, I'm late for a very important date. Yes, ma'am, you are late.
Oh,
Wait for it.
Mammy, off with your head. I'm having too much fun with it.
Yes, she is.
Very fun. It's very fun.
Oh,
that's about
and I'm going to go ahead and spill the beans. Joey loves her hair color so much that the next color you see on her head is going to be red.
Yes.
Isn't that cool?
He wants me to dye it red. And he wants this red. I'm like, it's a little much, babe. He goes, no, it's great.
It's great, don't you guys? I like it.
He wants me to dye it red. I'm like, what color red? He goes, the color of your wig. Okay.
I think it's cool.
My hair's almost this long. I mean, but I normally have it up, but
right.
Yeah, he really likes the red. So I'm like, okay. I'm not wearing the wig unless I'm on live.
Nammy G.
Y'all just got that.
Yeah, she says, I lost my head a long time ago.
Bless your heart. You poor thing. That's awesome, though.
Well,
yes.
I just wanted to ask, we do have so much fun with Halloween. We really, really do. But how many of you have ever really looked at the history of Halloween?
Oh, I have.
You have. Well, what little
Yes.
bit of tidbits can you pass on to us?
Okay. Well, originally it was celebrated by the Celts,
Mm-hmm.
and they carved turnips.
Yes.
And eventually it became pumpkins when it came over here that were carved. But originally they carved turnips, which I
Mm-hmm.
find very interesting. But Michelle has too. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I did a history on that. My members can see the history I did on Halloween video. Um,
Right.
but yeah, it's, oh, bless your heart. You lost your best hook
But wait for it.
and you found it behind your ear. Oh my. I've done
Oh,
that.
Diane, that's funny because I tell you what, I I was looking for my e-hook to work on one of my amigurumis last night, and I knew that I had put that hook in the Ziploc baggie where I have the book and all the pieces I've been working on, and I couldn't find it. I could not find it. And I mean, I was looking through there, and my husband was waiting to start a movie, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "My hook is in here." Well, it seems that from the last time I worked on the amigurumi, I forgot that I took and stuck the hook in the skein of yarn that I was going to have to work on next.
Uh,
It was down in the skein. Yeah.
mm.
That's as bad as me putting my glasses up on my head and not being able to find them.
Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
I know how many times I've done that and
Yeah.
I had my dad tell me to, babe, look in the mirror. I'm like, what?
Yes.
Dad's
Yes.
like,
Yes.
just look in the mirror, babe. And then I go and look in
Mm-hmm.
the mirror. And there they were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Done that, and then I'd go and looking for my phone, using my phone as the flashlight while I looked for my phone.
Right. Right.
I don't like when I do that. Yeah. Very scary because they wanted the evil spirits to come out. Yes. Yes. That's correct. Very good. And yes, it is Samhain. I'm pronouncing it wrong. That's not how you pronounce it, Samhain. It's pronounced Samhain. Samhain.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here it is.
I can
I
finish
knew I
that.
had it in my head. Yeah, that's Wednesday. Um, my costume can be snagged very easily and
Right.
it'll get a run. So I'm not letting her on me. But yes,
Ice cream Rita says, I don't think we can put that in a trick or treat bag.
no, no. But I've lost a lot of things that I had in my hand or on top of my head. And yeah, I feel silly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to do a little sidebar. Um,
Cool.
Speaking of hooks, uh, Maureen's like, oh no, yes, yes.
No, 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 no. Y'all are going to love this.
Burls,
Just a minute. Mary says, Jen, no trick or treaters for you because you're all off with their heads.
up at the
Mm-hmm.
head. Burls came out with a brand new hook.
Look.
It's stunning. It is limited edition. It
Right.
only comes in a few sizes, but that is stunning.
Isn't that gorgeous, folks?
It is very, very pretty. I mean, this right here is gorgeous. It is bronze. It is the metal hook, and it is gorgeous. Now, they do tell you the coloring may vary slightly between the hooks because it is bronze.
Right.
It is the aluminum hooks for the streamlined metal hooks. And I'm going to drop a link in the chat. It is an affiliate link. It won't cost you a penny,
Nope.
but I might get a couple of cents if you buy a
Right.
hook. So that will take you right to the bronze hooks. they are limited edition. They are not going to be bringing them back. They sent me an email as an affiliate that says that, hang on, I'm going to tell you what it says, even though I'm not supposed to necessarily read it to you. Where's it at?
Hello, Kitty, sweetheart. How are you?
First off, the first 500 orders get a trick or a treat from Furls. If you place an order today only. This bronze hook release is limited. They are, where is it? Where is it at? This is the limited edition hook available in limited size only and may not be restocked in the future.
Right.
So if you want one, you might want to grab one.
Right.
Because they may not bring this hook back. And
well,
it goes from H to L. And that's it.
And that's it. Right. Right.
So.
And you know, the nice thing about them being limited is that they are no more expensive than the other streamlines.
They're still $26. Same price.
Yeah.
Same price as the other ones. But the fact that they're limited kind of bothers me. I'm like, oh, they're not going to bring them back. Oh, my. Yes, there are some very old costumes, Michelle. Michelle shared a link about Samhain and the history behind your favorite holiday. It is really cool. It took you 4 hours to get out of bed. Oh, bless your heart, Kitty.
Oh, sweetie, I am so sorry.
I'm sorry. I am very sorry you had a hard time this morning.
Yeah.
But I did want to share those hooks with you in case you didn't know about them. And the fact that they were given a trick or treat with the orders today. Hopefully you're one of the first 500. I don't know how many orders were placed. So I love them.
Oh, I do too.
I mean, come on, ask Maureen.
I've been a base girl all my life, which means that is all I have crocheted with for over 50 years, folks. And just in the last couple of years, I got a Furls hook. It was a resin. My first one was a wood hook from Leslie of the Corn. I fell in love. Oh my goodness. So that's all I use now are my Furls.
Diane, you went through all that before you found the hook behind your ear? Oh my word. And hello, Yvette. It's good to see you and thank you so much.
Oh, sweetheart. Hello, Yvette. How are you doing today?
But I love these hooks. I mean, that's pretty much all I use. This is one of the red ones. This is I mean, honestly, 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, it's all I use are streamlined metals. I really, really like them. They're comfortable in the hand. They're lightweight enough for me. I love them.
Yep.
I mean, once in a blue moon, I'll use something else, but not very often.
Right. Well, I have wood and metal. I do have resin, but I don't use them as much anymore. I mean, I keep them for collection. I'll only buy one, like the Sagittarius that just came out. I just ordered one of those, and it's more to say I have a Sagittarius Furls hook, but I won't use it much.
Oh, well, Yvette, Maureen is a pencil holder.
Yes, I love it. Of course, I don't crochet up here.
Let me show you so you can see you better.
Yeah, see, I crochet pretty much back here because I'm such a tight crocheter. And this fits right there for me just perfectly. I love it. You do, I do too, Diane. And I don't feel as though because I am such a tight crocheter, I'm afraid that I'm going to break, the neck right in there. Yes. So, And I do have a couple of them that are cracked right up in there from where I have used them. So you hold yours closer to the shaft?
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I prefer the Ophire resin
Mm-hmm.
over the Furls resin. I do collect the Furls resin, so I have one
Right.
or two of the Furls resin. But I do prefer the Ophire resin to crochet with. Even though there's really not much difference, these are two different size hooks.
Right.
Uh, the Ophire is a 4.5 and the Furls one is a 5.0. But I do collect the
Mm-hmm.
Furls. Um, but when it comes to crocheting anything, I'm all about the metal.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And Yvette, I crochet way up here.
Mm.
I have to feel the loops on the hook.
Hello, Sammy. How are you? Thank you
Hey,
so much for being
Granny.
there. And
Hey,
there's our Granny D. How are you, sweetheart?
off with your heads. And happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween to all of you that are coming in.
We are great.
We are great, Sammy, and we hope you are too. Granny D, do you get to have many trick or treaters come by your house?
Ah, you're a boy girl.
Ah, and see, I was trained on a inline.
Yes.
My grandma was
Very.
all about the baits, and that's what I grew up with. My oldest daughter, when she started to learn to crochet, she prefers the boy style hook.
Getting in your month. Oh,
Oh my goodness, to strengthen your bones? Wow, I didn't know they could do that.
oh, wow. I'm glad it came in.
Yeah, she says it's silent and small, but power. Wow, that's
Wow.
great.
I'm glad you got it. I'm sorry you had to go get injections, Granny D.
Yeah.
That's no fun. Awful, awful.
Mm-mm-mm.
No fun, no fun, no fun, no fun.
Yeah. Wowzer.
But I hope you guys are excited because it's Halloween and I'm so excited. But tomorrow starts the countdown to Thanksgiving in America.
Yep. 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 You
Yep.
know, I saw the other day and I almost ordered it, but I don't know. The T-shirt that says, okay, gonna have to help me. Where it's one word and it combines all three holidays. What is it?
Oh, happy Hallow Thankmas.
Is that what it is?
Yes, happy Hallow
Okay.
Thankmas. Yes.
Oh, Mom has injections every day for strengthening her bones. Oh my goodness, Rita, I really didn't know that that was a thing.
Yeah, it does start the countdown to Black Friday too.
Yes,
Oh,
it does do that too.
you haven't had, I'm sorry you haven't had trick-or-treaters in ages.
Oh, exactly. If it helps your bones, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I get it.
well, you know, my daughter is also left-handed Yvette, but she's a pencil style, and her mama, I mean, is a knife style, and her mama's a pencil style. So imagine me trying to teach her how to crochet. Didn't work. I had to get her grandmother to do it.
I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't mind injections either, Granny D. When you're diabetic, you gotta get used to injections.
There you go, Diane. That's what she has. Looks like
Cool.
V-Life Air Mask 2. It's on Amazon. Oh,
Wow, little
Kitty
kitty.
is going to be 61 in 32 days. Well, what a blessing, Kitty.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful news. Such a joy to celebrate another year.
Isn't that the truth?
It is. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Yvette.
Ah,
Oh, I celebrate a bunch of holidays. It's a reason for me to get all dressed up and costumes and stuff.
yep. Yep.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I just love being able to sit out on my porch and pass out the candy and see all the little kids,
Yeah,
especially the ones from the neighborhood. And, you get to say, weren't you a ghost last year? And this year they might be a skateboarder or a cowboy or a clown. So, yeah, that's the only thing I miss about being on the road with hubby is that I get to miss out on the
yeah.
trick or treaters.
That's all.
However, there are some that will come through a lot of the hotel areas because they know that the hotel will allow them to come through and do trick or treating. So when I asked earlier, I guess it was last week, I said, "Will you have any trick or treaters?" She said, "Oh yes, oh yes." So,
Really?
yep. So we're going to sit out uh, with our lawn chairs. She said they start coming by about 6 o'clock, and we're going to sit out there in our lawn chairs and pass out candy to the little kitties.
That's exciting.
Yes.
I would be over the moon excited about that. Oh my gosh. Yes, because I love trick or treaters, but I won't
Well,
get it.
you just go right ahead and stitch away, Granny D.
I love that.
Yeah. So I did want to ask, you started with a little bit of trivia history. When did passing out candy become an idea?
When it came to America. Well, see, originally with Halloween, they were giving cakes and
Cake?
little cakes or biscuits and things like
Oh,
that. And
oh,
when it came over here is when it went from like the cake things and stuff like that to candy.
huh.
Candy didn't start until like the 50s, 40s or 50s.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
be
Hi,
darned.
Martha. Yeah, if I'm
Hello,
not
Martha. How are you, sweetheart?
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna double check the my time frame, but I think I'm right.
Okay. Happy Halloween to you as well, Martha. We're glad that you're in here with us this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Yeah, because the candy tradition is really recent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but give me a minute, I'm getting it.
Which sounds funny, you know what, when we say recent, because if it started in the 1950s, that means it's really, what, over nearly 75 years. But when you stop and think about it in the grand scheme of things, that's really not very long.
No, it's not because the Celts um that was Samhain was celebrated over 2,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. So that's why I said it's real sorry for the ad. Sorry, the ad popped up. Um, that's why I said it's relatively recent. I'm trying to get to today's.
Rita said, in Norway, we used to go julebuk between Christmas and New Year's. We sang Christmas songs and got candy, fruit, or Christmas cakes. We were dressed up as Santas or similar to that.
How can I close? There it is. Okay. Here we go. The celebration of Halloween was extremely limited in colonial New England because of the rigid Protestant belief systems there. Halloween was more commonly recognized in Maryland and the southern colonies. As the beliefs and customs of different European ethnic groups and American Indians meshed, a distinctly American version of Halloween began to emerge. Most celebrations included, quote, play parties, which were public events held to celebrate the harvest.
Mm-hmm.
Neighbors would share stories of the dead and tell each other's fortunes, dance, and sing. The colonial Halloween festivities also featured the telling of ghost stories, mischief making of all kinds. By the middle of the 19th century, annual autumn festivities were common, but Halloween was not yet celebrated everywhere in the country. The second half of the 19th century, America was flooded with new immigrants. The new immigrants, especially the millions of Irish fleeing the potato famine, helped to popularize
Mm-hmm.
the celebration of Halloween. Okay. The history of trick-or-treating.
That's what I'm interested in, the candy part.
That's where I'm getting to. All right, witchcraft. I'm getting to it. I wish it would quit with the ad. I don't know why the ads keep popping up. I apologize. Okay. It was by the 1950s. Town leaders successfully limited vandalism, and Halloween had evolved into a holiday directed mainly at the young, due to the high numbers of young children during the 1950s baby boom. Okay,
Oh,
so there we go. Get rid of that pop up finally. So between 1920 and 1950, the practice of trick or treating was revived. Trick or treating was a relatively inexpensive way for an entire community to share the Halloween celebration. Families could also prevent tricks being played on them by providing the neighborhood children with small treats.
oh, the
So,
term trick or treat.
yes. So basically, it was closer to 1950 that it ended up that way. When you are around 1920, you're looking at small baked goods. And then the closer you get to 1950 is when you get to the candy.
Okay.
Because it wasn't, I like where's that down?
Well, Martha
That,
said, I'm going back up a little bit. Martha said, thanks, just got a cold. It's happy Diwali Day too. Both are today. And Yvette wants to know, where did it start? Because I grew up in Europe and we didn't celebrate. The closest you got was a carnival in February sometime.
the United States. United States.
And yes, Diane, it was started by pagan, and then
A pagan
uh,
and Christian. It was both pagan and Christian traditions
right.
to celebrate the harvest. The
Mm-hmm.
pagans had Samhain.
Right.
The Christians had the harvest, and it basically merged to be the same thing because they were basically celebrated at the same time.
Right.
Christians also had the Day of the Dead, the All Saints Day, which is the
Mm-hmm.
Day of the Dead, which is about the same time.
Right.
And it's all been merged basically into one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different.
Right.
Um, yeah, but in Granny D, in the 1920s, they started giving out cakes and baked goods,
Mm-hmm.
only in like certain areas, like urban areas and stuff like that. It didn't get widespread until closer to the 50s. And the 50s is when they started giving out candy, and when candy companies started packaging the candy so that it could be given out at
Right.
Halloween.
Yeah. And you're right, Yvette. You have to be careful because most Christian traditions are pagan as well. That's exactly right. That's how the church took many of the pagan traditions and melded them so that they could convert more people to the Christian
Yes,
faith. So you're exactly right, Yvette.
that is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I closed the window because it kept playing pop-up ads, but it
Right.
refers back to Rome and All Saints Day.
Right.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, it's very interesting history
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to Halloween, and it is more relatively new with trick or treating. Even though, yes, the 50s was a long time ago,
Right.
but it's not in the grand scheme of things.
Nope.
It's not. It is relatively new.
Mm-hmm.
It's much different.
It is now, yes.
Yes, I believe with yes, 1,000%, Yvette.
Yep.
1,000%. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's sad.
Yeah.
I think it's sad. But, they're not exactly intelligent. I'm sorry, I keep my own ideas to myself. Sometimes I talk too much.
It's okay. We're all entitled to our own opinions.
Yeah, sometimes I need to keep my opinion to myself. Sorry, I dropped some.
That's all right.
Some opinions have to be kept to themselves. I hate when I can't lean over and pick something up.
Hello, Mary King. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for joining us and happy Halloween. I hope
Hey,
you get to celebrate with some trick-or-treaters. And yes,
happy
Yvette,
Halloween.
it is very sad because you lose the depth of the understanding of God's word.
Yes.
But all we can do is pray, right? Pray for better understanding.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
You okay?
I'm all right. Oh, you're talking about the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I know, the dog means more. I'm sorry, don't mind me. Mary, are you getting ready for trick-or-treaters? I hope you are. I am very excited. I love Halloween. It gives me an opportunity to dress up because if I dressed up like this on a regular day, they would fit me for a rubber room.
Well, I like it because, excuse me, it gives me the opportunity to be a kid for a little while.
My husband wouldn't fit me for a rubber room because he'd say, oh, well, that's just my wife.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, oh, well, that's just her.
Yeah.
That's a typical thing that she does. To him, it's no big deal. But the general public wearing a costume all the time is a little, it's all good.
That's right.
I love it. I'm very excited. I love it. I like the history of Halloween. I find it very interesting. It's not as prevalent in other countries as it is here. It's very prevalent over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. You like it. Yes, it does give you an excuse for chocolate. That's what Easter does for me. Not exact. I celebrate Passover more than I celebrate Easter, but it gives me a chance to have some chocolate. And Mary says, my daughter has taken over giving out candy. I bet she is. Oh, Purim. Oh, wonderful. You have games and candy for them. Yay. It is Haman, and no one wants to be him. Of course. Oh, they have a church circle give out. Oh, yes, I love that. Trunk or treat is wonderful. I like that.
Yes, it does, Diane. Yes, it does. But like I said, in the grand scheme of things, 70 years ago really doesn't sound like that long ago. Now, if you was to talk to a 18, 20-year-old or younger, they'd go, oh my goodness, that was forever ago. Me, I was born in the mid-50s, so it wasn't that long ago.
Well, I mean, like when my kids asked me, when did you graduate? I graduated high school in 1988. Oh my gosh, Mom, that was so long ago. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Years ago. Mom, that was a long time ago.
Well, for most kids nowadays, anything, pre-2000 is old.
Well, and I feel like awful when they say that.
Yep.
Oh, you practice Lent. How wonderful. I like that, Kitty.
Oh, Yvette, I am there, girlfriend.
That's exactly what my husband said. He said,
Yep.
what do you want? I'll go tomorrow and get it when it's marked down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, have you seen some of the packages of the when they have multiple different bars or
Yes,
candies?
like the Hershey's Minis collection. Mm-hmm.
Or it's like $24. And I'm
I
like,
know.
what? That
Mm-hmm.
that's why Joey went and got a bunch of the big
Right.
bars for the Kari because that
Mm-hmm.
was cheaper. I'm like,
Right.
wow, I'd rather have it on clearance.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. I
Yep.
mean, if you want a costume for next year, buy it tomorrow. It's going
Isn't
to be
that the truth? Mm-hmm.
That's when we bought our Christmas tree. We bought it 2 days after Christmas and got it for 70% off.
Yep. That's exactly what we did when we decided that it was time to replace the bottle brush one I had for so many years.
I mean, wow. Yep, it is. It is, Mary. In normal days, we would still put me in a. Yes, you would, Diane. Off with your head.
Mm. But
I
you know,
know. Yes,
Kitty, still that's nearly $20 for a bag of candy, and that's still a lot of money,
it's
just for
still
candy.
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that way 4 years ago.
Nope.
It was half that price.
Yep.
I can't get over how much it's costing. Yes.
You and me both, Yvette. Yep.
I rely on Little Debbie cakes because they're so much cheaper. Yes.
I got to tell you a funny story about that. Um, so last year was my 50th. No, wait a minute. Yeah, last year was, I had to stop and think, 50th class reunion. And of course, we're all sending pictures and exchanging, and everything. And I turned and looked at my husband and I said, honey, I didn't go to school with these people. These people are old. And he says, what do you mean? So he gets to looking at him because he knew a lot of them. He was a couple years older than me. And he's looking at him and he says, oh my gosh, you're right. Wow. Some of them really looked old. It's I was ashamed to send in my picture because, like I told one of my best friends from my class, I said, sweetheart, I don't know what happened to you, but you got old. And she said, yeah, I just didn't eat as many preservatives as you did. And that's right. I used to tease everybody that the reason why I don't look my age is because back when I was growing up, everything had preservatives in it. And so, I didn't have to worry about getting old.
I have seen. I'm friends with a lot of people I went to high school with. Well, obviously elementary, middle, and high school. And
Mm-hmm.
I look at them, and now a few of them, look my age. Some of
Right.
them look older than us, an old cook older, and I'm going, "How are you my age? You look like you're 65 or 70." Yes, 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 Sammy.
Your Aunt Diane.
Yes, definite prayers. Oh, yes, absolutely. We will pray for God's will. Yes. Maybe you'll send us some Hershey bars. Your son tells you that you're old now and have more wrinkles. I'm sorry your grands have digestive issues. And you love your Halloween candy bag for your kids. 2 bags for you. Always check. I do check the sales afterwards. You're gonna give your grands bananas and apples, Michelle. No wonder you're dressed up like a witch. And yes, Kitty,
Oh my goodness.
the trick or treat candy with Grand's is free candy for grandma. Oh, you find her to be too sweet of that. It is weird though, seeing people I went to school with that look older than me.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, you know. I mean,
I have you in my book, Sammy.
no, I know, Michelle, but it's weird seeing some of them that look like way older than me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, though, Michelle, that's really not a bad idea because I know I've shared with y'all. Of course, being a teacher, we got to, if we wanted to, we would just put this little construction paper cutout of a pumpkin on our door, which would let the elementary teachers know that their kids could come and like trick or treat in your classroom.
Yeah.
So most of the time, my kids, I would say, okay, this class period tomorrow, the little kids are going to come through. So I will have goodies for you to pass out to them because they go by each desk, you know. And most of the time, I gave away a lot of pencils because you know they're going to get candy everywhere else. And the elementary teachers were very grateful because they said, oh, yeah, you know, we can always use pencils. So that's what I gave away. So don't feel bad about, excuse me, giving out the fruit, Michelle.
When I was little, we went to one house. I remember trick or treating with my mom. We went to one house and they gave us toothbrushes.
Well, stop and think about it. That's not a bad idea.
I didn't say it was a bad idea. I just said they gave us toothbrushes.
Wonder if it was where the dentist lived.
I don't remember that, but I remember getting a toothbrush one time. When I told my son Terry Garr passed at 79, because we had just watched Young Frankenstein a couple of days ago, said she was old, not from where I am standing. It isn't at 59. It's not.
That's right.
Wow. Your dentist gives a dollar pound of candy. Wow.
$1 for each pound of candy turned in.
Wow. Last year you only had 3 trick-or-treaters. Oh.
I understand that one too. I tell you what, the kids that are, yes, $1 per pound of candy. Boy, I'd be in there with 10 pounds of candy. Let me tell you.
Wow.
That's right, Yvette. But you know what? Fruit is better.
Yes, fruit is better.
Mm-hmm.
She won't get trick-or-treaters unless it's her grandkids. So
Right.
I think it's better. And knowing her grandkids, they'd love the fruit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, that's a lot of kids.
Right.
40. Oh my. That's still a lot of kids. I don't get any, so just my grandson. Yeah. Hi, Gwen. Happy Halloween.
And hello, Mama Gwen. Happy Halloween, sweetheart.
Off with your head. I only get to say it for a couple more minutes, and that's it.
Well, you know, when we would be passing out, yes, ma'am, you go get ready. We're going to be popping over there in a couple of minutes. Towards the end of the evening, as you know, the trick-or-treaters are thinning out. Yeah. Whatever candy we had left, man, we started doing double handfuls because I did not want it coming back into the house. Because as they say, if it's around, I'm going to eat it. I just don't have the willpower for it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Especially if there's anything with chocolate, man, Katie, bar the door. I'm all over that.
Well, I still have some peppermint patties, but I have them put up to where I won't get them and eat them over and over again. So, yeah. Happy Halloween, Handmaid.
Hello there, Joan. How are you doing? Happy Halloween to you. Aw, last year I rolled up crochet scarves in a cauldron with please take one sign, and no one even took a scarf. I thought they would because usually it's snowing or raining or both here on Halloween. Man, I'd have been grabbing up scarves right and left. You'd have had to stand out there with me with a stick and slap my hands.
Yeah, really. I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'd have been taking them.
right. Well, I want to say thank you all so much for being here with us today for our little recap of Halloween and allowing us to share with you our last few moments of getting to show off our costumes for this year. Froggy just dropped the link. Just dropped the link for the story Froggy Raid over to Frizzy Bees. So please be sure and hop right on over there and at least be in there long enough to say howdy do and give her a thumbs up. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So until tomorrow evening over at Froggy's house, please remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today because you never know. Could be your light they need to see. Froggy?
And stay safe and be kind to one another. And as always, happy yarning. We love you guys.
Love y'all.